time, and now they have been into such a fandom that yeah, they have a position to become a professional artist. So now what they can do, either they can do one thing, publish music on other platforms and share their commission up to 40%. For example, they record a music, they go to a label, they share that, yeah, we want to publish via your label because your label is distributed and have a large audience. So we will like to publish my music. I would like to publish my music via your label. And the profits that will be generated, 60-40 will be shared. 60% to the musician and 40% to the label that has promoted that music. Or second thing, create their own platform and publish music online, like music, like just like how YouTube is actually doing right now, that where they are allowing the publishers or like musicians to have their own profile, their own page, and on which they can upload their music. Now this is actually eliminating the need of the labels in first place. Also, the 40% commission that they had to share on the first side, they won't be sharing it now. So 90% of the profits will be with the musician and 10% for the operations and other charges. Similarly, if somewhat similar platform like YouTube could be created by the individual artist, they will not have to depend on a particular medium, but instead they have their own music label as well as company as well as platform to publish their music. And it could also allow other artists to promote on their platform while sharing a particular type of commission. Now, what will happen if the musician have their own type of label or like their own website to publish the music? What will happen? They will utilize the dApps that are worldwide. So now, as of now, there are some times where the particular video on YouTube or particular streaming platform could be removed or shadow banned from a region. So it's like some regions don't allow a particular content, a YouTube content, or video, or a particular any type of viewable content not to be viewable in their region. They could be banned or they could be removed from their region. Now, this is a particular thing where the transparency is not happening. Also, third party people are involved, which is making sure that these things happen. But in the blockchain case, this won't happen. Why so? Because the dApps or like the blockchain based applications or the website that the musician will create will be accessible all over the world. It can't be shadow banned. They don't have any third party or a particular foundation or a particular company that has to abide by the laws of those country to make sure these things have to be maintained or these things have to be done or not. Like this is a particular pro as well as con for the company or the applications. But still, in case you want to see, a company is not involved or not involved or we can say taken down by the government to make sure that this type of content is removed or not. We are talking about good content that could be like a music that is promoting or connecting the what we can say cultures as well as presenting some topics or informations on a large scale. Second thing, that application which was utilized all over the worldwide, people can actually purchase or support them in their own currency. Now, what will happen is, suppose you are utilizing I think so most of the people have do know about PayPal. Okay, what it actually is, it's a payment platform. We have in India, we have a platform like UPI. Okay, and internationally, there are for different reasons they have their own way of like a currency exchange platform. So you for internationally, most have PayPal. In Japan, we have PayPay, and some other countries have their own different type of applications for online payment applications. Now, if you want to have your own website, you want to sell some things, either your music, either your artwork or something, either you have to do one thing, you have to integrate all those payment networks or payment gateways into your website. That is not cost efficient as well as time consuming, because all platforms has different type of usability as well as different type of API references you have to abide by, and they all take commissions also for each and every transaction that will happen, which is costly for the particular individual. Now, if they integrate a blockchain-based application or wallet, what can happen is they don't have to rely on any third-party like service provider for the payments gateway, but instead they just have to integrate the blockchain wallet, and anybody can send the tokens, the amount of tokens that could be like calculated in one cryptocurrency or the other cryptocurrency, and it could send it to the seller, and they will receive the particular item they want to purchase, whether it's a online music NFT or some online content, or they want to view a particular research paper, they want to own something in the online format or digital format, they can actually buy it without having to like differ on, or whether having to rely on a third party for the exchanges part. So this is one of the another example. Now, examples could, there are many type of examples, so these are the basic example I want to share as of now. And moving on to there is one thing that is making all the things secure on the blockchain, that is cryptography. Let's talk more about cryptography. What will happen, and why are we using cryptography? Cryptography is nothing but a actual utilization of a mathematical function named as hash function. What hash function actually do is, it will take a input of any length, but will give output of a fixed length. Okay. And that is one way function. The output can't be traced back to its input. And for each and every unique output input, it will give us a unique output. How this thing works? Let's see how it is. So most of the time, basic also, like if you want to see more about how hash function works, you can just open your WhatsApp and see the end-to-end encryption message when you see, or when you start calling WhatsApp, like when you call someone on your WhatsApp contact, it shows a message that end-to-end encryption. How does that encryption works? They are utilizing cryptography. They are just using secure hashing algorithms at the backside. And in case someone can see, there was a message particularly sometimes back on the chats, you can see that their codes have been changed. The security codes have been changed, and you want to verify it with your particular contact you want to chat with. What were they? What were those codes? It was actually cryptographic keys that is making sure the communication is happening securely between the user and the other person you want to send the message. This is the basic example of cryptography. Cryptography is being utilized in the Web2 world at max. Like wherever encryption, wherever end-to-end encryption is talked about in a Web2 application, they are utilizing cryptography, or we can say secure hashing algorithms. So let's see how secure hashing algorithms works. It's a one-way function, mathematical function. It can take n amount of digits, characters, or whatever length it could be, but it will always generate a unique output for each and every unique input of a fixed length. So if you can see these characters, these are 64 individual characters. Okay. Now, if I type something, it could be anything. It could be just gibberish, or we can say SHA256, or I can even write my own name. It will always generate a 64 character based output. This is the hash of this data. And let me show you one more thing. If I am writing my name, it will be showing me this particular hash. Okay. If I just change one similar thing, one particular change, that is capital S instead of small s, it will give me another output. Although the name is same, but the alphanumeric value has been changed. So it also changes the hash. So for each and every unique input, it will always generate a unique output. And if I go back to the previous name which I entered in the previous manner, it will always generate the same hash function. That's how hash functions actually work. Now let's see how it works in blockchain, a blocks of blockchain. So blockchain is nothing but chain of blocks. So what does a block contain? Block contain a lot of information. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is a slide that shows a basic example of a blueprint of what a block contains in a blockchain. It contains block, the size, a header information contains version, previous block hash, Merkle tree root, timestamp, difficulty, nonce, and then the transaction counter, block content, transactions. There are many things. Let's see how these things actually work. So this website I am using, it has a basic implementation or general blueprint of what a block will looks like. Okay, it has a block number, it has a nonce number, it has a data field, and when these things are combined and transferred through a hash function, it will generate a hash function. Now, there are two things that are quite strange. First is block number. It is the number of the block which actually is currently will be added into the chain. So just like roll numbers or admission numbers, we have block numbers. So this is not a new thing, but this nonce number will always be a new thing for you. So what exactly is this nonce? So, we have to pass all the information through a hash function. Now, what nonce will allow is there is a particular notation. I don't know who discovered this, but the person who discovered this was brilliant. So they see that hash functions could also be calculated and prescribed in a calculated manner in such a way that some digits of the hash functions could be fixed and could be of a fixed length or fixed character. For example, if you can see this hash function, it starts with 40000. Okay, on Ethereum blockchain, every transaction start with OX or 0x. On Tezos blockchain, it starts with TZ1 or TZ something. How does the starting initials of the hash functions are secured or fixed in fixed length as well as fixed character? This is the power of nonce number. Nonce number is such a number when passed through a hash function, it will always give the starting digits whatever like they have calculated in such a way that the starting digits or the ending digits of the hash function will be same every time. For example, when we pass this number through the hash function, it will give us 4 zeros in the starting. Now, if I type something and mine the block, it will give me another nonce number. This nonce number, when passed through the hash function, will always help me in getting a hash function with the fixed character startings with 0000. Same thing happens on Ethereum blockchain, where the nonce number is calculated in such a way that when passed through the hash function, it gives us an output like OF or OX. Okay. On Tezos blockchain, it gives us TZ or KA. On Bitcoin also there is some other notation. So this is the basic of how a hash function is actually calculated in a block. And this hash function and having this starting individual characters of fixed type or fixed length is actually important, and it helps us distinguish between the transactions, whether what type of transaction it was and from what chain it was actually. Okay, now see how chain of blocks are actually connected. So in this part, we see that block have a block number, nonce, data, and when passed through the hash function, it gives us a hash address. Okay. Now in the blockchain, which is chain of blocks, how are they connected with each other? If you have known about this data structure, which is linked list always have two things, whether it is a forward facing linked list or backward facing linked list, where in each case, either the linked list, the node of that linked list is either saving the address of the next upcoming node or either the previous upcoming node. Oh, sorry, the previous node that has actually been initialized. In the blockchain, the previous part actually happens. So here, all the blocks actually contains the hash address of the previous block through which it is connected. So that if you are at a particular block and if you trace back to the previous block hash, going back on and on and on, you will always trace back to the top node or the starting node of that blockchain. So so a new thing that we got to understand now is blockchain always save the address of the previous block. Okay. Now, why is this important? Let me show you why. Sorry. Yeah. So let me show you why. We will be right now this particular screen, if it is visible, you can see 5 blocks here connected with each other. Each block have their own number as well as their own different nonce number. And one more thing, block number 2 contains the hash address of this block in the previous field. Okay. The block number 3 contains the hash address of block number 2. The block number 4 contains hash address of block number 3. Block number 5 contains hash address of block number 4. Now, if we go back to the starting slide that I discussed, it is immutable, it is secure. Let's see how it is and what will happen if someone tries to change or update a data in the blockchain. So now these blocks are actually mined. I will try to update some data in the block number 5. If I try to update something, the block color actually changes to red color, which shows that this block hasn't been mined, or this block is not saved on the blockchain. It is not connected to any previous block. How shall we connect? I just have to click on mine and it will generate me a hash address of this current block, which is having data, nonce number, block number, as well as the block address of previous block. Now, what will happen if I try to change the data field of block number 4? In the previous example, we saw that only block number 5 turned to red color. But now when we change some data field in block number 4, what happened is it actually changed the color of block number 4 as well as block number 5. Why so? Because, sorry. Why so? Because when we change the data field of block number 4, the block number, nonce number, the data field, as well as the previous block hash was actually calculated, transferred to the hash function, and then we got this hash address. This hash address was actually utilized by block number 5, but the block number 5 was actually saving some other address, which when we updated the data in block number 4, got updated. It is not saving the address which was previously saved. So it's like if you try to change something in a block at an individual moment or at a particular point of time, all the blocks that are connected after that block, okay, all the blocks that are connected after that block, all will be changed, all will be counted as null. That means they will be deleted or removed. They won't be counted as a block anymore. That's how the cryptography actually helps us saving the data in a secure way, as well as making the data secure and transparent, as well as tamper-proof, which means that whenever there will be a change of data, whenever there will be a tampering, it will always detect and it will remove those block or like the data from that existing block where the tampering happened till the end of that blockchain. Those data will be removed. And it also helps us in tracing how things have been changed. So that's how a blockchain actually works. Now, do you even need a blockchain? I will actually allow the students to take screenshot of this particular slide because this will help you in understanding whether you need to utilize blockchain or not. If you need database, then definitely you should look out for blockchain, or else you don't need a blockchain. If that database does require a shared access, if yes, then you should check whether the writers who will be able to access and edit those data in the database should have to be trusted or not. If in case they don't have to be trusted or they don't need to be verified, then we can move forward to the further step, whether you want or need a trusted third party for overviewing this blockchain network or like the database that you are actually creating. In case you don't need, then you have to find or work around the functionality, what are the control functionalities, because right now in the DBMS or whatever databases you use, they always have admin access or managerial access where some people have access to update, delete, or create some things in one way or the another. If you don't need them, then do you want to make the transactions private or public? This is the chart you have to follow to understand whether you have to use blockchain or not. And in case you want to blockchain, your project actually needs use of blockchain. It could also help you out in understanding whether you need to use a public blockchain, a hybrid blockchain, or a private blockchain. What's the difference between these three? Public blockchain is actually open to all, where a person who can connect to that network via creating a blockchain wallet or something, they are open to access the details of that blockchain as well as see what is happening on that blockchain. A private blockchain is where only a selected amount of people have been given the rights to access, create a wallet on that blockchain and update as well as see the transactions that happen on that network. And a hybrid blockchain is somewhat similar to private blockchain, but instead it is having a large span. So it is more like what we can say, group of institutions working together can actually utilize hybrid blockchain, where for internal communication, both are using their own private network, but for communication between different organizations, they are also using a network that is private for others, but accessible to those individuals only. This is how a blockchain works. Use cases of blockchain are most of the time it is used in decentralized finance. It is used in supply chain management as well as the NFT marketplace. You will be surprised to understand that supply chain management is actually utilizing blockchain network, and it is not just the starting of this particular like last 3 or 4 years. We have been utilizing blockchain in the supply chain management from last 15 to 20 years ago. How so? It was just not termed under the technology blockchain, but they are utilizing cryptography individually. If you have seen any particular packaged product, you can see the barcode. So why is barcode actually needed and what is its use case? It is not just for sharing the information about the product, but it is also utilized for tracing its origin till the product actually reaches the consumer. The barcode actually helps them in utilizing and understanding how this particular cycle from the origin till the product has been reaching the consumer has been done, till what time it took from the manufacturer to the distributor and distributor to the marketplace and marketplace to the consumer to reach from the initial origin to the destination. Supply chain management is one of the widest and largest example where the blockchain is actually utilized successfully. What are smart contracts? So smart contracts are simple programs or a set of rules stored on the blockchain that runs when predetermined conditions are met. I will give another example here to understand this perspective. I hope so, there are some students who will be like living in PGs or are on rent near and living nearby the hostel or like the university itself, and they have signed rental agreements with the owner or like with the particular like owner of that place. That agreements allow them to have flexibility. It also gives them the right that this particular individual or tenant has been granted the access to stay in this location for this amount of time. They have to abide by these rules. They have to share this amount of rent to the owner, and same way some rules are for the owners also, that they have to give this amount of time to evacuate, or this they will be giving them this much amount of like flexibility as well as facilities when the tenant has been paying you the rent and all and all. But that contract is always signed by the notary. Notary is the organization that helps us in resolving the conflicts in case one of the party doesn't agree to the terms and conditions mentioned in that contract. Okay, now at this particular point, the user have to rely on a third party, that is we can say notary right now, to resolve the dispute. But if some type of things can be added on the smart contract, they don't need to rely on a third party, but instead the computer will actually execute the commands after receiving the individual inputs first and checking whether the conditions have been met or not. If the conditions have not met, the transaction will go back to the initial state, and if the first party have paid something, it will not reach the second party until and unless the details or the predetermined set of rules have been confirmed, and the transaction will go back and revert to the party winner itself. But in case all those conditions have been met, that the transaction will complete and the money or whatever asset was transferred will be transferred to the second party. What is Tezos? So Tezos is a decentralized open source proof of stake blockchain network, which has flexibility as well as upgradability features like seamless upgradability, forkless upgradability. Um, I think most of the students will be new to this technology, so they uh, don't understand, or they may not be aware about why this particular thing is mentioned here. But seamlessly and forklessly upgradability on a blockchain is a particular feature that was necessary when the large amount of individuals who were relying or are getting into the blockchain network actually happened. And major chains like Ethereum also, that has hundreds of thousands of developers, users, as well as miners on the network, have to shift from a chain that was supposed to have different type of forks or copies whenever a new upgrade is coming, to finally rely on an upgrade that is making sure all the upgrades that are happening on the Ethereum chain after that particular individual update will be on just a single chain and not having a distributed tree. In case you have seen GitHub repositories and you want to follow someone's work that they are doing on their repository, but instead you also want to update and change some data in that particular project according to your need, what you do is either you clone the repository or you fork the repository. What actually happens, if you fork the repository, you have a separate copy of that repository, the code in that at that particular time, and now you can update that code according to your flexibility, according to your use cases, and have another type of output with that particular program or that particular set of code that was utilized. Same thing happens on the blockchain. Whenever a new update is coming, previously what happened is on other chain, a new fork was created and the upgrades were added on that particular fork only. The community was distributed among these particular upgrades, and that's how it created a distributed amount of community for Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. And if I can tell you something, there are around 105 to 120 forks available on Bitcoin network, and 45 of them are major ones. It distributed the community that relied on Bitcoin's ideology. Tezos actually came into existence while understanding and making sure that the flows that were available at that time in the major chains like what I can say, Bitcoin or Ethereum, could be solved initially. Upgradability is one of the features. Smart contracts because of formal verification. Consensus, we have liquid proof of stake. On-chain governance where anyone can take part, just like how democracy works. Sustainability because we have an efficient, energy efficient algorithm that is proof of stake. And we have native currency as XTZ. Now, I will show you how to work on Tezos blockchain in one way or the another. So, recently, Tezos blockchain has one upgrade. What happened is there is first layer one. There are different type of layers available on blockchain. That is, one is layer one, the basic blockchain layer, and layer two, which are actually helping the layer one in scalability, or we can say helping them out in all the operations that are helping what I can say, that are happening on layer one actually, but in a fast and efficient way. So, for example, if I can say there is a particular exam that happened where 60 students actually given the exam. Now, the teacher or the mentor have to check all those 60 students' exam. If the individual have to check all the 60 papers individually, it will take time. What if there are 2, 3, or 4 person available alongside that particular teacher to help them out in checking and updating the marks of that particular test paper, the set of 60 papers? What will happen if just an individual is checking all those papers? It will take an enormous amount of time. It could easily take around 1 to 2 hours easily. But if 4 to 5 people are actually checking the same set of paper, it will take most around 30 minutes or 45 minutes. You see, the scalability happened. If more people are there to help you out in clearing or performing a task efficiently, it will also reduce the time. So same thing happened. There are many layer 2 solutions coming, but on Tezos, what happened is Tezos has its own layer 1 platform, which allows for transaction as well as language and text stack platform to allow people to build on top of Tezos blockchain. But now with the but that was a particular there was a particular thing, that is Tezos has different set of technical tech stack. For example, on Ethereum, we have Solidity language, we have Viper also, and there are some other languages that support to build applications on top of Ethereum blockchain. On Tezos, we have Legolang, a package of a package of Python to build applications while coding in Python itself. And with layer 2 solution coming on Tezos network, what we allowed is people who know some languages to build on top of Ethereum network, they can easily shift to Tezos without changing or needing to learn about a new language. So in case somebody knows about Solidity language and may have understood how things work on Solidity, I will show you how you can build using Solidity on Tezos. So we have our own layer 2 solution, that is Etherlink. Just a second. Yeah. So this is Etherlink, a fast, fair, and nearly free L2 solution powered by Tezos smart rollup technology. What happened? What are the things? We have sub-second block time. Fees is around $0.001, which is almost close to nil, or we can say a fraction like 5 to 6 rupees. And non-custodial rollups where no third parties are granted to update things. So if you are a technical person who have known about how things work in the blockchain network or blockchain particularly, you may know about custodial and non-custodial wallets. Custodial wallets are those where you have share the access to the individual to create your wallet as well as save them as a backup. So in case you forgot your password, they will help you in recovering them. For example, if you have non-Coinbase or CoinStore, or we can say Zirex, they allow you to create your own wallet. And in case you forget your pass keys or passwords, you can actually log in back to your wallet after requesting access rights. If you verify your email verification or two-factor authentication, you will be granted the access. But in non-custodial ones, you only have one passcode, that is 12 digit or 12 character or 24 character password. If you forgot that password, or if someone has access to that password, they will be allowed to enter or log into your wallet. If you lost them, you lost access to your wallet. That is non-custodial wallet. Non-custodial rollup is actually one of the need that was needed in the layer 2 solution because there are some things that happened which are not good for the blockchain ecosystem, because the basic need of trustless or elimination of trust-based organization was not happening on the custodial chains. We have different set of solutions that you can utilize to build products on blockchain. We have layer 0 for omnichain development, for layer 3 for understanding and doing some tasks to learn and earn some points, Redstone for Oracle provider, Block Scout for we can say Block Explorer. Third Web is a platform you can utilize to understand and make your applications very quickly and fastly, because they have a very good set of security audit based templates to utilize in your network. Planned network is there. Hanji wallet is there. Planned wallet is there. Hanji is also one of our particular on-chain central limit order book. Magic Link is there. Graph is there. There are many things that are available on Etherlink. If you know how to develop on Ethereum blockchain, you are in good time that you are having this particular track of Tezos, and you can easily utilize your your knowledge in Ethereum ecosystem to build on top of Tezos blockchain. Now let me show you how. I will just go to do one thing. First click on docs. It will show you what are the things and how Etherlink is being made. Like what are the difference between other ecosystem or other solutions like Etherlink available in the market, and how Etherlink is differentiating and fast or advanced in terms of technology according to them. and how to utilize, how to make your smart contracts on Etherlink, like deploy your contracts on Etherlink. If you know Remix environment, I will show an example of how to utilize and create your ERC720 token. Yeah, actually ERC20 token. It's just a simple token that you can create on Ethereum blockchain. I will show you how Ethereum code could be utilized and deployed on Tezos blockchain. How so? Let me show you. I will first open Remix. Okay, I will go to this new thing. I will create a token for you that is DSUHacks.sol. Okay, I will open one library that is Open Zeppelin. I will go in their contracts, contract based solidity contracts. Okay, now start coding, and if I scroll down, I can see two things, many things actually. There is one option for ERC20 tokens, ERC721 tokens, ERC115 tokens. I will go for ERC20 token. I will name it as DSU hacks, DSUH as a token symbol, and I will mint around 10,000 tokens. The tokens are mintable, burnable as well as possible, and I can manage the roles also. I will add my email ID, and then what I will do is I will just copy paste this code. This is the basic example of like a particular ERC20 token, which is secure as well as audited by this firm itself. I will just copy this ERC20 code, which is solidity based code. Okay. I will paste it into a Remix ID that is also a platform for online coding in Solidity language. Okay. But some changes I will do now is, firstly, I will change the compiler version from 0.8.26 to 0.8.21. And in advanced configuration, I will change the default version to Shanghai or London, with either Shanghai or either London. And I will then compile this code. If it shows me that I have got this green tick, that means the code is ready to be deployed. Let me show you how things will be working. First, I will just I just got my address, wallet address, and what I will be doing is I will just deploy this contract as of now. This is a virtual environment from the Remix ecosystem itself, or remix.org itself, which allow me to see how things are working if I try to deploy this code on actual blockchain. And if I try to do some examples, or I want to do some test runs also, I can easily see or run this particular functions also. Like I have this total supply of 10,000 tokens. What is the symbol? It will be giving me this detail. What is the name? This will give me the detail of the token. And the domain separator. This is my this is address. Balance of, if I want to check the address of a particular wallet on this, whether they contain this coin or not, and how much coin does they contain. I will just call this. As of now, I don't contain any coin. Now, authority is being given to this particular address. If I want to share some tokens, I can easily send this particular address this much amount of tokens, and same things could be done. Now, what if I try to do it on chain? Like how to deploy it on Tezos blockchain via Etherlink. So I will just do one thing, that is, first click on injected provider MetaMask. Okay. Now click on MetaMask. First of all, change your network to Etherlink testnet network. And for users who want to see how to switch to Etherlink testnet network, just go to the main website, click on faucet. Actually, my wallet is connected. That's why you are seeing this. But in case your wallet is not connected, you just have to click on connect wallet. It will it will open your MetaMask wallet. Click on allow to switch to the other network. It will shift to the Etherlink network manually. You have to click on I am not a robot. Verify. And then click on this particular first item, that is Tezos XTZ. This one. Okay. You have to click on this one. Click on send. And it will update and send me some test tokens here. This is the transaction that I can see whether the transaction happened or not. And it will give me the details how much token was sent. 0.1 XTZ was sent to me via this particular transaction. That means I have got some testnet tokens to utilize and see how apps will be working. Now, coming back to this particular code example, I was going to MetaMask. I have to check on Etherlink testnet network. I will just click to change some wallets, because there are some times where you can't see any particular wallet address happening here. So you just have to switch between some wallets or either connect your wallet to this website. And then this is the list of wallets that I have right now with me. I click on this one, and now same thing, same. Just copy this address, paste it here. Why so? Because this is the address through which the token will be deployed. So make sure you are mentioning and making this address and this address as same, so that you have the authority to build, deploy, and transfer the tokens between different your friends as well as someone else also. I will click on deploy. It will create a transaction. I will have a pop-up here in some time. Yeah, the pop-up is generated. I click on confirm, and the transaction will be done successfully. You will be seeing a green tick transaction happening here. Yeah, the transaction happened successfully. And if I see here, I can easily see this thing that is actually available on chain. Now, if I want to do one thing, if I want to select my other wallet, I copy that address and check whether how much balance does my wallet, this new wallet actually have. So if I do one thing, it will give me 0. Now, if I send them some tokens, so to this address, I want to send 1,000 tokens. I will do the transaction. Uh, um, let's see. Okay, I think I may have changed my wallet. Okay, I think I have changed my wallet. That's why the transaction didn't happen. But now if I do one thing again, let's see. Yeah, it will happen now. I forgot to update my wallet again. So you have to, if you are calling this set authority or transfer function, make sure you are doing it from the account through which you deployed the token. Yeah, the transaction happened successfully. So now if I try to check what is the update on this wallet, like whether this account holds any tokens or not. Now this token, this particular wallet address contains 10 tokens. If I want to transfer more tokens, if I want to transfer 100 tokens, I will do the transaction. It will happen successfully. If I call this again, I will have this one new thing, that is 110. Yeah, if you can see this, I now have update wallet of 110 tokens. If I want to approve some spending, I can even spend some things from the other accounts also. So there are a lot of things that could happen. Total supply is this much amount of token and other things. So this is just an example of how solidity-based code can be utilized and run on Tezos blockchain via Ethernet. Let me show you another example I have here. That is name changer, simple storage contract. So I have this contract right now with me. I will just update it here. So I am creating a new contract. That is a basic, very simple basic contract on Solidity. That is, it will be having a structure containing the favorite name as a favorite number as well as the name of the person, and then updating it into an array as well as a functions to receive as well as update the values of these particular individual people. How so? Let me show you how. So the configurations was same. I run this. First of all, I will run this particular code in the virtual environment. I will deploy it. This particular thing has, like, the particular code is running successfully. These are the 4 functions that I got. That is first to save the number or store the number. Now, favorite number, my favorite number is 7. My name is Simar. If I transact this, the transaction happens successfully. If I want to, like, favorite number was 7. Now, if I want to retrieve the detail, if I just add my detail number 0, so the first individual that saved the address, the details was favorite number 7 and the name was Simmer. Now, I will just check the participants. I will just, let me just check if someone is available here. Okay, I can't see the participants although. Okay, I can see attendees. So there is someone named as Amar Kumar. Now for Amar, what if I type their name here and the number is 9 and I do the transaction? This is the second individual. If I type 1 and save their details, I can easily see it here. Favorite name is Amar, the favorite number is 9. So this is how things work here. So I will share some YouTube playlist also in case someone wants to explore around Tezos blockchain or just a blockchain network. I will definitely be happy to help you around during your hackathon. As well as you can go through the online links available. You can easily search for the building with Etherlink. You will see my video to understand how things are working. And there are some other examples that I have shown in other videos where you can utilize Oracle networks also. And in case you want to search for some other example, any Ethereum based individual example that are available online, you can utilize that code and you can run it on Etherlink testnet network. In case somebody is facing some issues, you can directly contact me. I will be happy to help. And rest for the bounties part and what to do in the hackathon part, I will just say one thing. You can think for any particular example you want to build, and if in case that could have something related to security or immutability or transactions happening for money transfer or something, do utilize blockchain. And when you are utilizing blockchain, make sure you are using Ethereum based network, or if you are just coding in Solidity, make sure you deploy your contract on Etherlink blockchain. It is part of Tezos blockchain itself. Okay, so you have to deploy your Solidity code on Etherlink, and if you do so, your project will be eligible to participate in the $500 track prize. And then I will definitely help you out in understanding how you can update your project, how you can actually build around, or what points could be added to your pitch, or what type of functionalities you can add to your project. And according to that, we will see how you do so. And by the end of hackathon, if we see the updates, I will definitely be willing to share the prize to the individuals who will be building on Etherlink. So I hope so. I am on time to close this session. That's all from my side. In case anybody has some doubts, I am open to I am open to doubts. That was all from for me from today. Oh, sorry. That was all from my side for today. And in case anybody has some doubts, I will be open to take those doubts, or else we are on time to close the session.
Anyone? Any query? Any question? I can see few query like sharing of our this talk. So I would like to. I have already recorded it.
You might want to check the.
Sorry. Yes, you are saying something, sir.
Basically, some student were asking for this recording.
You can definitely share them.
Okay, so we have recorded and we will see how we can share it. And already you shared that there are certain link. So if you share here the link or on my WhatsApp, so we will share on Discord channel. So,
yeah, definitely. Also, I will just drop my LinkedIn ID as well as a YouTube video link through which you can understand like if you want to build something on Etherlink blockchain, how to do so. And if you want to understand more about the blockchain part, you can also learn via that. So just a second.
I can see Kishan was dropping this message. So you got the answer, Kishan? Are you available? Maybe he dropped the message and not available. Okay, we will share all these information on our Discord channel.
Yes, sir. Just a second. Let me drop my video link also. And after that, we can close the session now. Scaling.
One question, sir, should we just build on blockchain or any other tech stack in hackathon? Yes, you can build on any particular theme. We have this session for blockchain track or blockchain theme only. So this session is only for the blockchain session. Other theme are also available. So it's up to you what theme you are selecting for that.
Also, we are open to that. Also, personally, I know how hackathons work, and that's why I got into this particular role where I am involved around, and I am open to connect with all those folks who are building in hackathons. So it's not like my particular role for today was to talk more about how and what to do for if you are targeting for a blockchain based project, but your hackathon is open to other tracks also. So in case your product is not fitting a blockchain based role or blockchain utilization, that is not a major problem. You can definitely target according to what you are thinking. Actually, first make sure you are building what you are thinking, then try to figure out how you can utilize other things so that you can participate, engage, and target some other bounties. And in case you are you open to do that, and you finally do you compete that and complete your project with that integration in time, then it's your benefit that you are actually making something that you had vision for, as well as you targeted the other sponsors also who are willing to share prices to those who understand how to utilize their product while creating your own mindset or your vision into reality. So in case you have blockchain based out, you can definitely reach out to me. But in other case also, if you want to have some query or you want to get some idea or discussion around your project during the hackathon, I'm also willing to discuss around that also. Okay. Rest, I have dropped two links. One, my individual LinkedIn profile, as well as a YouTube profile link. YouTube video link also. And I will drop these links on WhatsApp also. In case somebody wants to have some query or something, they can reach out to me or they can see that.
I shared this video YouTube link also on our Discord channel.
Okay, thank you. And rest, I think if you can give me if you can share the Discord link, I will be happy to join the Discord link also, your group. So
Yes.
any query, I will be happy to check.
Amar, Can you share? Okay, I will share that Discord.
Sure.
One thing more, maybe for you, for certain participant, maybe it is useful information. Like sometime it happens during the hackathon,
Yeah.
we will take all those evaluations and all those things. But for the Tejas track,
Yeah.
uh, whether you will be available for that track during hackathon,
Sir,
maybe
can you reconfirm the dates, like on which dates your hackathon is?
27th and
27th and 28th of September, right?
September.
Yeah. So what we will happen, what we can do is, I may not be available in the offline mode, but what we can do is during the hackathon time, I will be available at some fixed times, like for between every 2 to 3 hours, I will be available for 1 hour. And in case at that time someone is having doubts, they can definitely connect with me. I will be happy to help them out on Discord also, and I will be available on Google Meet also. So
And I was thinking one more thing that suppose someone is really using that Tejas platform
yeah,
and all those things, and they are eligible, they are feeling like they are eligible for that track price.
yes.
So we should have a certain process for that directly that information will be available for us also and for you also for the further steps.
Sir, what platform are you using right now for
Yeah, we
conducting?
are using Defolio.
You are using Defolio, right? So Defolio allows you to have a particular option where students can opt in for prizes or bounties to select. Like there
Okay.
are like different. So you can add Tezos as a bounty partner there, and people who select those particular option as Tezos while submitting their project, you will get those details. You can send it to me, and I will review those projects and I will update you with the results. Okay. And rest, in case somebody forgets to do that, they can actually ping, yeah, either message you on Discord or either message me. So I will be aware that, yeah, these number of projects were there, and I will request for the details from your side, like their GitHub link and their PPT link. And in case they have made their video tutorial around what their project is doing and what type of things are happening, I will collect these details, I will see them, and then I will update you regarding the results, like what type of projects will be winning or what projects won't be winning.
Okay. So we
Okay.
will again we will remind the same thing on 27th
Yeah.
in beginning and on 28th at the time of final evaluation.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I will be there online, and in case anybody will be having any doubt during the building part, also I will be happy to help during that time. And in the same time, people who will be coming to understand and want to ask me some doubts, I will be aware that, yeah, these projects are building something, so I will
Okay.
save them.
I would like to request our student pointer, please note it and do the same. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for inviting us, and also happy Teachers Day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. I think I shall leave now. Yeah, okay.